Hello, my name is Janine Hampton. I'm currently doing my field practicum at Crystal Ray St. Martin College Prep, which is a Catholic high school located in Waukegan, Illinois. I'm currently with the counseling department. An ethical issue is a problem or situation where a person has to choose between two options that may or may not be the best decisions for it, but one is right ethically and one is wrong, which is unethical. So I'm currently at a high school working with the counseling department, and not too long ago I came across a group of junior male students that were in the hallway, and I overheard their conversation, which was about me. I had two choices. I could either pretend I didn't hear it and keep on, going about my day, or I could say something the next time I was spoken to. So the situation was basically I was asked to make some copies for one of the students. So as I approached him and his friends were talking, of course, and laughing, making jokes. But as I walked away, I overheard their conversation, which was about me. So one of the students who I hadn't met or seen before was like, "Oh, she's bad. She's very good looking. I think I'm gonna try to get her number, try to talk to her. Is she a student? And if so, when did she transfer in? Because I don't remember her last year." So the other student who I was actually supposed to be helping was like, "Nah, she's not a student. She's actually the intern with the counseling department. She's here to help. She just came back here in January." And they kind of just left it at that. And it was like, "Oh yeah, but she's still real good looking." So I walked away, and I was a little offended, and it was kind of just really awkward because I'm like, I don't want them looking at me like this. I understand I look very young. I'm 22, but I'm not a student. I'm an alumni for one thing, and on top of that, I'm the intern. I'm there to help them. I'm there to be of some type of a good influence, a positive role model, showing them that, hey, this is what you can be doing after you graduate if you choose to go to college. If you decide to follow this path, this is how some of the things you could possibly be doing. So that being said, I kind of just left and I went and talked to my supervisor. So as soon as I made the copies for the student and returned them to him, I actually went and talked to my supervisor about the situation because I really didn't know what to do. I didn't know honestly what to say because it was just really awkward, and I've never been put in that situation before. So it was just kind of weird, and just I don't know what I'm supposed to do or say to these kids to get them to understand no, you can't look at me that way. I'm professional. I'm here to help you, not hinder you, and not confuse you or get you off track with school and life. So we decided the best thing to do was to talk to them the following day. So I actually approached them, and I told them sometimes you guys understand it was the end of the day, you're ready to go home, you're conversating, you think I would overhear, but I overheard what you said. It was very inappropriate, and it made me feel uncomfortable as a social worker. It made me feel uncomfortable as the intern. And then I reminded them I am 22 years old and I am the intern at the school. Regardless of when I leave, I'm still going to look at you as a student. That's all you will ever be, and you have to respect that. I'm the inappropriate things you say can offend someone and can possibly lead to problems later on, whether or not they say anything to you, as well as the small fact that it's just inappropriate to be talking about stuff like that at school. Even though it was after school hours, it was still on school property, it was still at school. And even if they weren't talking about me and they were talking about another student, that's still inappropriate because it could offend the other student if it was another student they were talking about. So they apologized and said sorry, they didn't mean it, they were just playing around and joking, and we left it at that. So besides actually talking to my supervisor about the situation, I actually looked at the code of ethics and some of the rules that apply, and I chose the ethical rules screen, which is ERS for short, which was easier one for me to understand, especially considering the given situation. And also, since one of the code of ethics is no sex with clients, past or present, it all kind of was easily combined and kind of showed me what exactly I needed to do, even though I know I wasn't going to do anything with this student. It was more on their behalf. So that was the one I picked. It was also another thing that made it easy to use ERS is the fact that I am in a high school, which also adds to the whole no sex with clients because of the age of consent by law, as well as the school rules such as not sleeping with students, etc. So after about 2 or 3 days, I started seeing the students because this happened on a Friday. Went back to school that following Monday, Tuesday, and I saw the students. And even though it was only 2 or 3 days that went by between talking to them and actually seeing them again, you could just see the level of respect they had towards me became better. It increased. They still smiled and said hi to me, but you could tell they were just kind of okay, this is what she's here to do, this is who she is. The manner in which they approached me was also better. It was, hi, Miss Hampton, I have a question. Or instead of hey, what's up? It was, more professional, more student, counselor, more student, intern versus student to student or student to friend or student to alumni. It also helped with them understand my role as the counseling department intern, the social work intern. It helped show them I'm here. I'm young. I understand the things you're going through, but I'm also here to help you. I'm here to make your life a little bit easier, get you the help you need, or just even be someone for you to talk to when you just need to talk or you just need to vent because you're upset about something. Being a social worker, you also have to be able and willing and wanting to continuously learn new information and better information to help your clients and future clientele, especially when it comes to things that are ethical. So one of the ways, or some of the ways actually, that you could do this is by reading ethically based books such as The Moral Landscape, The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, or Practical Ethics. Some of these books or many others you can also find, just go on Google and search them. There's another way, which I think is one of the best ways, is actually keeping up to date with the National Association of Social Work Code of Ethics. This is you can always access this online from your phone, pretty much from anywhere. It's really easy to read. If they do update it, you can tell exactly what has been updated. So that's always a way of constantly learning and understanding what's going on in the world. Another way is actually taking either an online class or on campus class at a community college or just a local college if available. That way, if you have the money to take it, or even if they have something for free, again, it's all about continuously learning and experiencing and growing as a social worker. Another way, and one of the other ways I found out actually from my supervisor, is attending different workshops that are available. Usually, depending on where you work, you might get information once or twice a month about different workshops that are going on, or you could always just go online and look at different resources. So that being said, social work is not easy by any means. These our new challenges all the time, every day. This is the first time I've ever been put in a situation like this. I've never been in this type of situation before, but I know as a social worker, I'm going to be dealing with stuff like this daily. So the more information I can get and the more practice I can get in before actually becoming a true social worker and graduating, the better off I'll be in the long run. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my presentation. I truly appreciate it, and enjoy the rest of your day.